Last week I talked about my soil test, how alkaline the soil is and how little nitrogen is in there. And I talked somewhat about the soil amendments you can use. I used last week about 5 ounces of sulfur, 5 ounces of the copperas. I used the cottonseed meal, about 1 cup. And I also used something I didn't talk about last time, which is coffee grounds. The folks at Starbucks were nice enough to give me this big silver bag of coffee grounds. I went back a couple days later and they gave me a whole big trash can of coffee grounds. Coffee grounds are fantastic. They help loosen the soil. They got lots of nitrogen and they're acidic, which helps with the alkaline problem that this Black Texas soil has. So I added that to my soil, and I also added about 4 to 6 inches of shredded leaves. As you can see, the soil's very soft. Had good decomposition. And that was just last week. I put all that in. I worked it in with the garden fork, and then I gave it a good shot of water, and I watered it again during the week. Today, I'm going to add another 5-ounce cups. I've been using these little 5-ounce cut Dixie cups to scoop them of the copperas and sulfur again. I'm going to use a full cup of the cottonseed meal. I'm going to add another cup of coffee grounds. And I'm also going to add a half a pound of Epsom salts. Now, Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate, which adds magnesium to the soil, which your plants need. And the sulfate also helps acidify the soil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mixture and put it in a coffee cup. Not coffee cup, I meant coffee can. So I also recommend you wear gloves when you're handling the copperas and the sulfur. I don't know if they can actually damage your skin or not, but I don't see the point in taking a chance. So I'm putting in the copperas, which is iron sulfate. Now putting in the fast-acting sulfur, which is a mixture of sulfur and calcium. And now I'm going to put in a full cup of the coffee grounds. Now this is from Starbucks, and these are, I guess these are from the espresso machine. So I'm going to go in, and after I put everything in the can, I'm going to go ahead and break up all those lumps. Then I'm going to put in a cup of this is the cottonseed meal. This is what it looks like. Basically, it looks like dirt. And then I'm going to put in roughly half a cup of the Epsom salts, which just looks like salt, like kosher salt almost. And I'm going to use this mixture for each one of my plots. And each one of my plots is about 6 foot by 4 foot. Some of them are a little different. It's irregularly shaped. This is the seeds I've already started. Those are my tomatoes, my peppers, and my okra. So each plot is going to get that mixture added in. I'm not going to add shredded leaves this time. And then I'm going to work it in with my garden fork. So this is the mixture. You can still see a little bit of the different ingredients, not much though, especially after the coffee grounds. And when you add this in, you mix it in. I'm mixing it to a depth of about 8 to 12 inches, however deep I can get the garden fork to go. And I'm also going to be adding this. Air. Air is, what, 70% nitrogen. And that'll give the bacteria more nitrogen to work with to finish decomposing that layer of shredded leaves I added in last time. So I'm going to let that sit for a week. I'm going to see if I'm going to plant next week or not. The forecast, we're just going to have a cold day in a couple days, below freezing potentially. It's just the beginning of March. It's still a little early. So what I'm going to do is wait until I get a good, clean 10-day forecast and plant. So all this stuff will have at least a week to put itself in, for the bacteria to process this and to get the soil good and rich for the spring season. So, amending your soil.